On Rescue 911, it takes something special to be a fireman.
Firefighters must be a little bit crazy because everybody's running out the burning building when we're running in.
Because when you need help, you have to believe they'll put it all on the line to save you.
When you're on the 10th floor and you're hanging for your life, and you know the flames are coming in, what are you going to do?
Ride with Philadelphia's finest on the next Rescue 911.
Most of the footage you'll see in this story was taped as events unfolded on July 1st, 1990 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia Fire Department.
Yes, there's a fire at 111 South 10th Street at the Milner Hotel.
Is there a fire or
Yes,
a bell?
there is. There's a fire.
Okay, do you see smoke or fire?
There's smoke coming out the room.
Which room?
612.
Room 612?
Yes.
We'll send somebody over.
At 4:09 p.m., a call comes in from a residential hotel reporting a fire.
111 South 10th Street, an apartment 612.
Firefighters must be a little bit crazy because everybody's running out the burning building when we're running in. But we don't look at it like that. We look at it as a job.
Oh, your adrenaline's going. They tell you there's people in the building. It was 10 stories high. We knew that it was going to go for multiple alarms.
We're all scared when we go into a fire, but I don't think that anyone looks at the fact that they could get hurt or they could get burnt. The number one reason why people do this job is knowing that they're helping people.
The roof wasn't opened up. The smoke was just traveling up. I had nowhere to go.
When the fire broke out on the 6th floor, there were 46 people in the building.
I was up in my room. I was just about to go to sleep and I heard the alarms going off. So we get out of the building. I looked up and I seen this girl screaming out the window. She couldn't get out of the room. And I ran back up there and it was all fire, smoke all over the place. So I just closed the door and went back. By the time I was going back down, there was smoke going on the 4th floor and all. So I didn't have no chance of getting her.
When we pulled up, one of the civilians notified me that there was a lady in the last window getting ready to jump. I ran over to the street right below where she was, and I told her to wait there. We'll have a ladder there in just a minute. I just said, don't jump. Before I even got to the last rung, climbing up to get her, she was on the ladder already. But once I got her all the way down the ladder, we brought her around to the sidewalk on the other side of the fire.
Firefighters quickly find 2 more people trapped around the back of the building. One man on the 6th floor, where the fire started. The other on the top floor, the 10th.
I just turned a corner. I saw somebody in the window, but it was just entirely too much fire. Entirely.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
He was instantly gone. We knew we had to get the guy off at 10. My orders were to meet Chief Hunter on the fire floor, and Chief Hunter said, Nick, you got to go. You got to go get him.
But ladders will not reach the 10th floor. The rescuers will have to go through the burning building.
The hottest summer day couldn't really explain how hot it is.
Kind of like if you stuck your head in an oven.
The smoke will just travel up, and heat will travel up. They can't travel anymore. They're mushrooms. And that's your top floor. We seen an occupant on the 10th floor, and the towel around his head, and it looked like he was going to jump. He was just ready to go. To jump from a couple floors, you break a leg or two. From the top, you're beyond the breaking leg stage. The man hanging out the window was maybe 15 feet from the catwalk, but in order to get him, you had to go inside the building. So we went up the exterior fire tower to 10, crossed over the catwalk. We opened the door, and the smoke was just tremendous.
You have to actually use your hands because you can't see with your eyes. The smoke is so intense. It's like a locomotive puffing at 100 miles an hour.
We went into the hallway, and the hallway teed off, and we knew we had to go to the left.
This guy only had so much time. The last thing I wanted to flash over on the upper floors, because if there was, I knew we were going to, for one, lose the occupant, and we've got a few firefighters trapped.
The heat was unbearable. We knew he was in here and he was alive. And you just get that second effort, you gotta go.
Battling the blaze on the 6th floor had taken its toll on the firefighters.
It was coming at us from two different ways. We just stayed in the middle and tried to beat it back on both sides. Somehow the ceiling came down and bounced all around, and it hits your shoulder and bounces up and gets in your neck. You can't quit at that point, because if you quit, the whole building's going at that point. You have to stay here and finish the job.
The woman who came down the ladder with fireman Robert Pomonti is led to safety.
He saved my life. There's no doubt in my mind. He knew as well as I did, seen everything coming out like that. He has as much a chance of dying as I did.
The hotel was the only home many of the residents had.
The fire just spread out of nowhere, and my room just goes up. Everything I worked so hard for. 608 was home. Now my home is gone.
The firemen had already been inside the burning building for 8 minutes.
We proceeded around to 2 locked doors. We picked one. Of course, it was the wrong one. It was empty. It was an empty apartment. We went to the next door, and that's where we made forcible entry. Got in. I heard the guy hollering in there.
Raymond Ceda had almost given up hope.
Such a decision to make when you're on the 10th floor and you're hanging for your life, and you know the flames are coming in. What are you going to do? Either way, you're going to die. What am I going to do? Am I going to burn, or am I going to jump, or try to see if I can get to the ladder? And then somebody just, he grabbed me by the leg, and he pushed me in. He said, "Take it easy, don't worry, we're here."
And he kept saying, "He's dying." I said, "You're not dying." He said, "We're all going to die." I said, "If I knew we were going to die, I wouldn't be here." I said, "We're not dying. We're going to get you out of here." I used my glove and just broke the window out just to give him some more air.
They saw that I was panicked. I wasn't in my right sense of mind. And he just put me over his shoulder, and they said, "All right, we're going to go for it." If it wasn't for them, I don't know. I probably would have panicked and died in the hall or jumped.
He was scared. He was scared, and he just wanted to get out of that building. He didn't care how he was getting out. But thank God he took the right way. He waited for us.
Through investigation, the fire that took one man's life is determined to have been deliberately set.
How do you thank a person for saving your life? What can you give a person for that? It's something in them that they live for to do. You got to be a compassionate person to risk your life to go in there for somebody you don't even know, and this guy can have a family, have kids and a wife to go home to. But they did it, you know? It's compassion. It's feeling something for other people. That's what that job is all about. You should get awards for it, you know? I mean, what you guys train and go through, you know?
I like to get heroism awards and all, and it's something you can hang on the wall and like in the basement and say, well, I can remember that job. I can remember that lady I got off the roof. I can remember the lady I drug out the window. Yeah, I like to be called a hero, and anybody who tells you they don't, they're probably not telling the truth.
Four days later, at a 4th of July family picnic, the fire is still a vivid memory for those who fought it.
It's a good feeling for every firefighter who's doing that job, that every little bit that they put into it. You wish that every time you do it, it always ends up in saving lives. Sometimes it don't happen like that, and firefighters take it extremely hard. Sometimes it's going to happen to you. It happens to the best.
Good shot, Mike.
These guys showed me how to be compassionate. I want to carry that with me. And if there's someone in the street that needs something, you just don't look at him because you're better than him. Life isn't about that. Some have a harder time in life, but we're all equal. I'm keeping this. It's gonna go with me in life. I'll never will forget it.
It's easy to learn basic life-saving techniques. For more information, contact the nearest office of the American Heart Association or the American Red Cross. This series is dedicated to the real heroes who risk everything to save the life of a stranger. I'm William Shatner. Join us again next week for more true stories on Rescue 911.